the meanings right here on ELBC Radio and Super Sports. Well, if you can't beat the experience, you better join in. My name is Kolubah Zayzay, and on this morning edition of the program, we have lots to talk about. The LFA Orange League got off yesterday. Hey, who say hats off to the most valuable players in the women and the men category of the football. They were presented beautiful vehicles yesterday by the Football Association. Basketball, got a new leadership. Will the crisis end? That's the question on the minds of many. Well, domestically, continuing around Europe. Well, we'll be giving you some of the pairings for today. And Liberia got a dedication in Sierra Leone, participating in the Honor 1700s Chess Championship. We will be having a special studio guest as well on the show this morning, the president of the Liberia Football Association, Mustafa Raji. Welcome to the show this morning. Kolubah Zayzay is my name.
Oh, number one money, baby. Number two money, baby. Oh, number three money, baby. Number four money, baby. Oh, number five money, defender. Number 6.
Welcome to Super Sports. And like we said, today is Saturday, and every Saturday we are here to feed you with the best of information in the sporting world. And so, welcome if you're joining us. We are online as well. You can follow us online on LNTV. That's LNTV Live. You will get us right here on the program. So welcome, and let's get the ball rolling very fast and quickly as we are with our guests in the studio. Well, we are still trying to get report from our the delegation, the chairs delegation in Sierra Leone, where they are participating in the Honor 1700s competition. But all 5 Liberian chess players have qualified to round 4 of the ongoing chess Honor 17 championship taking place in Freetown, Sierra Leone. Archie Dewier and Wallace Williams claimed to ranks 1 and 2, that's 2 and 3 respectively, collecting wins on their way. Georgina Saki, the only female in the Liberian delegation, is ranked 8th after winning 2 games. Israel Sambola is ranked 10th after 2 wins in 3 matches. Round 4 in the Honor 17 Chess Championship went on last night. We are waiting results from last night, and the tournament actually is for Alice in the sub region.
Listen to end the show.
I want Liberian Lone Star, one of 4 players. I want Liberian Lone Star, got 1 of 4 players. I want Liberian people reach you success. I want Liberian people.
And so we wish them success there in that's the Cheers, guys, in the Sierra Leone. Invincible 11 RE, Jubilee, and Mighty Enforcers all advanced to the second round of the LFA Orange Cup on yesterday. RE put behind them recent poor form in the first division to beat NPA Anchors 1-0 at the Antoinette Todman Stadium. Jubilee grabbed the headlines with a 4-1 elimination of Freeport FC, who were tipped to win at the two-side field. And Jubilee's newest technical member, Sami Kamara, was in charge of the Church Boys. Well, Jubilee has not been doing well in the second league, but can the result yesterday turn their fortune? Can it make good for them? Well, we'll wait to see what happens. Mighty Enforcers came from 2 goals down to force Magibi FC to a 2-2 draw before winning 5-4 on penalties. So Mighty Enforcers through after coming from 2-0 down to beat the Mighty. That's Magibi FC in post-match penalties. And the first round of the LFA Orange Cup is continuing today with many more matches. Hope we can lay our hands on the fixture and we can also tell you, what's happening with today's pairings. But during the week, FC Kalon sacked their head coach Sekou Manumba. The club in a statement said with mixed feelings, it has made a difficult decision with coach Sekou Manumba, who's been released from his role as head coach of Kalon FC. FC Kalon Liberia added that the decision is in the right interest of the club and its future. The club has meanwhile mandated deputy coach Feliman Asumana to act as head coach pending the appointment of a permanent coach. FC Kalon Liberia has struggled this season, winning just one of their 8 matches, currently 1 point above the relegation zone. They have lost 3 matches and drawn 4 games. And at the weekend, they were well hammered by Watanga FC 5-0. I'm sure that broke the Campbell's back. And the coach got the red card. And there are speculation that Ghana VFC coach Muta Fofana is being eyed seriously by Kalon FC, to replace the sack Monimba. I don't know if Ghanaville will allow their men to go. Ghanaville, well, holding on to Muta Fofana. And Muta, well, he's put some steam in Ghanaville FC. They are currently second on the second division league. And so it tells you that, Ghanaville to just part ways with him. Well, that's football. Negotiations are also, key to all of these things. So if you're just coming our way, welcome. We are awaiting our guest, Mustafa Raji, who's the president of the Football Association. Well, stakeholders of Liberian basketball Tuesday elected new leadership to end long years of conflict in the sport. We say congratulations to the basketball family. And Abraham Samuka was elected president of the Basketball Association, beating Jacob Kabakoli 26-25 votes. Yankwe Bossi won the vice president for administration position. Edwin as Bruce Quay won the vice president for operations. Marcon Joseph, despite being earlier disqualified to contest the election, won the treasurer position. And the basketball officials were inducted according to our information yesterday. So they've been given the mantle of authority to manage the basketball sport. So we say hats off to them. Now let's see how they're gonna, what they're gonna do. What will they do to make basketball, get back to where it used to be? We hope it gets to where it used to be, man. Basketball of all sports in Liberia has been having some really, really tough times. Very, very difficult moment. Well, meanwhile, Youth and Sports Minister Zioga Wilson has praised basketball stakeholders for putting behind them the impasse that stalled the advancement of basketball over the years. Minister Wilson, in a congratulatory message to Abraham Samuka and team, urged the new leadership to work in fostering unity amongst basketball stakeholders and reawakening the momentum of the sports. Several other basketball followers have commended the sports stakeholders for voting in a new leadership. The basketball fans, however, want the new leadership to announce to the public its immediate plans aimed at improving the basketball sport across the country. Conflicts among stakeholders have stalled basketball activities in Liberia for more than 10 years, but many are hoping that the election on Tuesday will end the bitterness. Please, we hope the bitterness end and we wouldn't see people running to court. People, we work together to make sure, the game grows, basketball grows. Please allow basketball, basketball to move on. Yeah, so that at least we can have a good time. We really want to see the vacation basketball tournament that drew the attention of young people those days, kids. We hope the basketball authorities can take the sport out of Maserado, take the sports to other parts, open subcommittees or sub association in other parts of the country. Yeah, let's see if that can happen, and basketball can be basketball like it used to be. Okay, so I really, 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 really looking up to them to make sure that basketball gets back to where it used to be. Super Sports on ELBC Radio. We are still awaiting our studio guest. But during the week, the executive committee of the LFA took several decisions or reached several decisions. The body, that's the EC, says will help impart football in the country. They had an executive committee meeting Tuesday, and the LFA approved the installation of artificial turf. And some of these decisions taken is what we invited the football president, so we could have a word, have some discussion. And there's been so many calls or concern raised by folks there in the southeast of the country about football. That's football teams from that part of the country will no longer play in football LFA activities and what have you. So the FA president, when he's here, we hope he can address himself to that as well. There's this rumor that or speculation that the LFA will not allow clubs from the south region, or that's a southeastern part of the country, to participate in LFA third division, and what have you, third division playoffs. So, how's about that? Really, how's about that? How's about that? So, we so hope if the president joins us, can he can talk about that on the program. I'm trying to see if I can find the fixtures for football fixtures for today, Saturday, football fixture for the Orange Cup. Yeah, it's the Orange Cup, the FA. Okay, so I'm getting okay, so all right, so the FA executive committee we're talking about, establishment of installation of turf in the Brewerville community, which gonna be a very good idea. We know there is a work going on at the Blue Field. Blue Field is the field. People call it BYC field, right? The field in the PHP community. We know that there's this work being done to have a new turf place there. We also know that the turf at the ATS will shortly be changed as well. Also, I know the Nesido Stadium, but the FA is also talking about installing another turf in the brew of your community. Oh, that's good. And they are talking about the establishment of regional centers, football centers throughout Liberia's 4 football zones. And they propose calendar for a number of capacity building courses in 2024. They will have more trainings to give more time for, maybe diploma C, diploma B, diploma A, and what have you, sport medicine as well. So they are trying to make sure that everything be okay with football in the country. Super Sports on ELBC radio. So let me see it again. They, like we said, the yesterday the football house dish out or gave the winners of the most valuable player in men's football in Liberia and in women's football in Liberia. All right, so they were presented their prices or their awards, brand new vehicles to Edward and all right, so I'm trying to see, or now I think I've gotten this March day fixture for the LFA tournament, which comes on today, the Orange Cup today. It continues today with round 1 activities at the Tusa field this afternoon. Global Palmer will take on Wologizi FC. Heaven 11 will be at the SKD practice pitch to face LPRC Warriors. That's a big game there at the SKD practice pitch. Heaven 11 versus LPRC Warriors. And then we have CC United versus Philadelphia Lone Star. And it's at the ATS, Philadelphia Lone Star and CC United at the ATS at 4:30 p.m. Wologizi and Global Palmer is 4 p.m. at the Tusa field. SKD is 4:30 p.m. Heaven 11 versus LPRC Orders is 4:30 p.m. And in the female fixture, round 1, which is today as well at the SKD practice field. That game should be on by now. It's senior female professionals versus Needing Warriors. That game should be on by now at the SKD practice field. The second match at the SKD practice field will be at 12 p.m. Blanco FC versus Just FC at the SKD practice field. And the third match at the SKD practice field, Stages Queens versus Soccer Ambassadors. Soccer Ambassadors at the SKD practice field. And at the ATS at 12 p.m., Ria Muja, formerly Monoria Football Academy versus F Angels. Game 2 at the ATS today at 2 p.m. The champions, Determined Girls, and Hopo FC. And at the George Weah Technical Center is Shatter Angels versus Small Town Academy. Shatter Angels versus Small Town Academy at the Tusa, and that's the George Weah Technical Center. So so you can find yourself at some of those venues and cheer your team, cheer. If you don't have a team, try to visit some of them. Maybe you fall in love with a team, you fall in love with some players, and then you can be a fan of that club. We really need to stand behind our football teams, like most of us are standing behind clubs in Europe. Yeah, I sometimes see Liberians fighting over Chelsea, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man U, and what have you. That argument and counter arguments. We hope you can use the same energy to follow our local league, follow the teams in the country, and see what maybe your presence on the field could do. All right, don't sit there and just condemn. Just sit home and just condemn and condemn and condemn and condemn. Please, November 17, November 20 will be international games for Liberia at the SKD. Liberia will be in international. That's the World Cup 2026 qualifiers will start November 17th for Liberia, and Liberia will host Malawi at the Samarkand Sports Complex on November 17th. And November 20th, Liberia versus Equatorial Guinea. So Liberia got, you know, back-to-back fixtures, home fixture for that matter. So they can. Coach Keita, well, we are not getting information about whether we have started training local players. We don't know much about that, so we cannot say anything much about that. Whether they started training local base. No, we have not heard that, and so we wait to see when the LFA will come out, or the coach will come out with his lineup of players you want to invite for the games in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. We'll wait to see that, whether it's going to be, it's going to be no, you can use local players. That's World Cup. So we have one or two local players, and then we have the overseas players. And some will say it's difficult sometimes for these coaches really to have players training that he won't use. It's difficult. Sometimes you try to you kind of want to understand that, yeah, look, to just get the players training and you won't use them, it's not easy. So not most of the time, you got to wait when the overseas players are available. You get them to come in, and sometimes it's just a couple of days, 2-3 days, and you guys are together, and and that's. But it's not easy to be a head coach of a country national team. It's not easy, really. I mean, for the countries in Europe, I think they understand. Like, you live in England, you can easily travel to the nearby countries to see your players playing, or they are playing in front of the camera, so you can see them play in front of the cameras. But for Liberia, and our African countries, is a kind of a difficult. But the coach must work, must do his best, must say, look, I have to, Liberians are yearning for victories. I listen to the guys say we tire with the did-wear trophy. Did-wear trophy, we tire with the did-wear and trophy. Wow. I hope Keita can. Next, we will try to bring in the basketball folks. We hope we can convince Mr. Samukai. Samukai doesn't like too much of media stuff, but he's sitting in a hot seat, president of the Liberia Basketball Association, legitimately elected now. He's a legal man. The last time they were, hauled and pulled about his leadership, and FIBA had to slap Liberia with sanction. But now FIBA itself said, well, is happy with everything that went on in a couple of days, which led to the election of Ibrahim Samuka as president of the Basketball Association. Now, I want to see somebody who will say, well, Samuka, your tenure, but no, I think this is it will be his legal first term. But we'll try our best to see if we can have him and either Nyakwe Bossy or the Bruce Quay, in the studio, so we listen to him about their dream for the growth of basketball in the country. We surely we hope to get that and know or hear what you have to say. What are the plans for basketball in our country? A lot of kids want to play the basketball sports, but the opportunities, football is easy to play. You can play football right in this room where I'm seated. Oh yeah, you can easily play football right in the room where I'm seated. But it's not easy for basketball to be played in this room where I'm seated. You have to find better place. Football in a yard, you can play football, small size, whatever, what we call free time ball. But basketball is kind of difficult, so that's make it very, very. That's why I think you don't see a lot of people involved in it, but instead you see a lot of people involved in football because football is easily, yeah. Basketball, you have to go learn how to bounce the ball, how to control the ball, how to move your legs, how to stand your leg with the ball in your hands, how to turn, all of that. But football, come on, you can just get on the football field, start to kick the ball with your legs, and the next time you hear the man say, "My man, I'm a number 5 player, I'm a striker, I'm a midfielder." Oh yes, Well, it seems that my guess won't be coming. It seems so because we've gone uh, almost 30 minutes into the program, and we've not heard. We've not seen a message from him saying that he got an emergency. Well, okay. I see. It's some emergency, and okay, so unexpected, unexpected emergency. Sorry about that, Mr. President. We hope you keep calm with it. But this is Super Sports here on ELBC Radio. We also live online on the LNTV page, bringing you Super Sports this morning. You can follow us. So it means this conversation we are planning to have right now with the FA. We want to talk about some of the things we wanted to talk about. I want to talk about the decisions from the executive committee, how they plan to go about with these things. And I understand they've said August 24 would be the next awards time, so we want to talk about some of those things. And meaning the people in the southeast of the country are saying, they're getting this information that a decision has been taken by the LFA that no club from that southeastern region will play in the LFA Orange League again. That is, third division clubs playing those part of the that part of the country will no longer be allowed to participate in LFA playoff or third division playoffs. So you play, you win, you just sit. You cannot participate in playoff because they are afraid that when you win the playoff, you get promoted, and you want to use Maryland, for example, as your home. Teams from Monrovia will have to go there, and the clubs from the Sano NPA, they are seriously concerned about this rumor. And I know the president has engaged, the president of the club has engaged me on that. And I was like, well, I hope I can have a one-on-one with the FA president to ask him if it's true or not. That, because of the rule condition, they want to stop, teams from that part of like River says, Sano, Grand Crew, Grand G there, River G, Maryland, that part of the country, those counties, clubs that are there. So I wish we have had him, the president here. Maybe we have said, he would have given us some, information about that. Will it mean that the third division leagues or third division activities will be put on hold in those counties? But then I understand there is something about establishment of regional centers, across Liberia. I would also love to learn about that regional centers. And the LFA Turf projects, the Zubatown field, not too far from here, also should be benefiting from a turf project from the Football Association. So the Football Association taking their activities in the community. I know of the page in the community there, Stephen Tubber Estate, the football field. I know that also the Stephen Tubber field is should be getting turf, so that's a very, very good initiative by the Football Association. All right. We also wanted to talk to the president about the hiring of female foreign coach. They brought in a female coach from out of country to be the head coach of the and also there's delay in the start of the third division league. Yes, up to now third division activities have not started. We are not getting this youth national team again, in competitions. What's going on? Those were some of our talking points with the FA president. So we will hope to maybe have another time where we could, have a conversation with the FA president. But never mind. He actually, accepted the invitation, but except that I'm receiving information that he is not, available at the moment because of some emergency. I mean, that's is some serious issue, I'm sure. All right, so Super Sports, we talk about the domestic activities. Like we said, go to the various football venues right now. To the at the SKD practice field, there is a female game going there, so you can go there, see those teams playing, try to fall in love, man. Try to fall in love with some of the teams, and our presence on the field will help some of these players. Honestly, we help a player develop. We help a team get more organized. But when we are staying away, we don't want to identify or associate ourselves with these football teams. I mean, they don't feel happy at all. They don't feel happy. You see in Europe, you see the stadium filled. You see the players are performing. Yes, the supporters are standing with their teams. So that alone gave extra motivation. That alone is another serious factor that gets the players to develop well. But unlike in our country, we sit and just condemn, and we just condemn, condemn the sport. We just condemn. But I think if we are coming around, these football teams, we try to give some, other information. I'm sure it will help. I mean, give some little support. Your presence alone, and your chair number 5, number 5, keep up. Number 5, and gradually you get to know the name of the number 5 player and start to say, oh, well, you can make it. I think that will serve as a huge motivation for that player, and that player will want to put in more. But we will actually condemn everything and just stay away. We don't even know how these football players are, managing. What suggestion we can maybe tell that player, what suggestion we can give that team, because we are not around. We don't go around. So we sit and say, the league in this country is better than the league here. The league over there is better than the league here, and I think it's unfortunate. It's not fair to our sports authorities, our sports officials. It is not actually fair. We condemn them, but we are not providing help for them. Yeah, so we should sometimes leave the plenty talking on the side, like the way you feel in the video centers, the way you go to those entertainment places in huge numbers to witness European games. Use some of those energies at times, like the weekends. Go to the SKD practice page, the Tucson field, Nesido Stadium, the ATS, the Doris Williams Stadium, and other sports venues, and see if you can be of help. Be of help to the sports. Please be a help to the sports. You can be a help to the sports, but not just condemning, criticizing, but by showing up, trying to encourage, give some encouraging words to the players. And encouragement can help a lot. Yes, we say money. Yes, money. But encouraging words, can help a lot. So if you are there encouraging your player, what you're doing. The player could try his best or her best another time, and gradually they could grow. All right, because if our club teams are not that strong, we see the effect on our national teams. Okay, the club teams are not strong with the effects on the national teams. That's seriously about it. All right, that's seriously about it. And so Should we go and ask other national to come and play for our country because we think we don't have the right kind of people to play for our country? I think we can invest our time, individual time, invest it in going to these games venues, looking at these players. We could be advisors for them, either in the streets, in the communities, and on the pitch. We could be, advisors to give them encouraging voice, and that could shape their game. It could change. It could give them a kind of a different mindset about the game. They could change and become good players and well-behaved, disciplined, and do the A, B, C, D. That would bring success to our country. But we are always backing up. We stay away and just criticize, condemn, and condemn, and condemn, and condemn, and condemn, and condemn. That's not good. We hope we can actually, go to. Sorry, I did not bring my cell phone in the studio. Is a problem. So I'm trying to see if I can maybe get one or two calls from you following us. Sorry, we'll find another time where we'll have our FA president. Yeah, he has some lay situation, and then we can have the conversation. All right, so 0880514096. You can't call me on WhatsApp because I'm using a computer here on my WhatsApp. With the WhatsApp, I can't get calls coming through. I don't know if it can happen with calls that come through the WhatsApp on this computer here right now because but you can call me on 0880514096. Try to agree or disagree with me. Let's have a conversation. Our football players and the way the basketball, guys are trying to get in order now. We hope we can also, really be with them. So let me see if I can take a couple of calls right here. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kolubah Zayzay. How you coming on?
I'm good.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about Junction.
Oh, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, my brother, all I did is everything I choose. But we love doing, I don't know, I love doing, I want to say, I want spoon, money on foreign spoon. You are happy trading, I want spoon, go foreign spoon. Jay, you said, I tell them, God, about the Labyrinth, Lina, when I love how, and maybe I love how. And other people, you do not want how many things you got out to call by, couldn't win one key step. But I got to get out free getting with it. I told you, go there, I told you, straight to the get what's enough. But we are letting go being Labyrinth spoon.
Yeah, thank you, man. I tell you, we read it is actually serious, we will not go to see these games, but we will just criticize, condemn the players. But I think it's necessary that we can, Liberians, we are good people, very, very good, and we can score and support, our athletes. Let me talk to this caller. Good morning.
Kolubah, good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Pascal. Okay.
Yeah, Chief. Thanks for the show. I hope Michael is also doing well. Well, for me, criticism is in the DNA of every Liberian, and I mean that's why we not at for. But Michael, I'm at Kolubah, please. We are concerned with the commencement date of the third division league. I mean, we're very concerned. You can take over 2 months to prepare. I mean, you keep training, you don't know when your league is going to start. I mean, sometimes it can kill the momentum. That yeah, we have the first, second division and the female league on. Why say that the third division league cannot commence? I mean, it's a serious concern. So we hope that the FA president and his team can be able to address that. We've trained, we've prepared, but yet the league has not been able to commence. It is a concern, not just to us as school administrators, but even the players themselves. The actually are waiting the commencement days of the league. I so hope Milton, who is the chair of the MSA, can deeply look into that. Thank you this morning for the show.
Yeah, thank you. And that's a fair concern. Sorry, actually, I received the message that the FA president said, well, he got an emergency so he could not get on the show. And that was something we thought to have put to him about, why we are not seeing the third division league on this time, what's happening. Maybe we'll have another time with him. But 0880-514096, 0880-514096 is that you call me on my private number, you won't get me. I think I left the phone on the other side, so please, I'm sorry. And several of you following us on the social media, we say thanks for joining us. 0880-514096. So I can encourage you on the social media to call, give me a call, because my private number is not with me here. Okay, let me talk to this other caller. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Oh yeah. Somebody testing. All right. So let's tell you quickly what is happening in the domestic leagues around today. You heard the story about the former Ghanaian captain. Let me take this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kolubah, and this is Lamin Kamara calling from New Jersey, Tusafi.
Yes, Sierra, let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, thanks so much for the talking point. And I think it is good that Nigerians follow their own sport. Seriously, most of the time, the LFA is trying to do our best, especially giving awards. You saw yesterday, winners taking cars, delivery of cars and other cash prizes will also be given. So just how we spend more time and in the video club with the European games, I think it's necessary that we get our support. That's why I always follow my religion, ERBC, because you guys always try to promote the Nigerian sport like other stations. So I think this score is also important that other journalists can join you. That we support our sport. Seriously, go at the field, go and see the game. You will enjoy the game. You always like you can even find a team to be part of a team.
Honestly.
So I want to commend you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, CR7, the chief president of the referees. And during the week, you heard the story of Asamoah Gyan. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir.
Your name, where you call from?
Good morning.
Your name, where you call from?
Good morning, sir.
You live?
Good morning.
You are live.
Good morning, sir.
Well, I think you're... Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Kolubah. This is Emmanuel Jabo. I call it Finger Village.
Let's hear your email.
Yeah, I want to commend you for the program as well as the elected president for the passion towards the development of sports. For one thing, I want to add, Nigerian Institute or Nigerian Sporting Body does not have shortage of talent, but there is support and it's licensing from the government angle. So I want to know, since the tendency of that, we are our sports and able to be improved and supported. Why is that happening for the sport? That will make citizens to turn out the register.
All right. Good morning. Okay. Well, I mean, farm points, government support is very important, but we citizens ourselves, we need to, support, our presence alone is support. The presence on the field to support, cheer a player. And Louis, it's a support. It's a kind of a support that got Europe today the way it is. All right. Good morning. All right. It's not just about, 1 million, give it to the people, but our individual support. We are present at these, games and motivating the players alone is sufficient support. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning. Yes.
Yeah, you have to be a little bit audible. You live.
Yes. Hello.
You live. You got to be audible.
Yeah. So the issue,
our people you see now, they believe in the diaspora poor, it's just people acting on the day, every other now. So I love the way you guys promote the sport. What is trying for the EFCC people? Yeah, so we get girls, the couples are doing the shooting will be better. Like you get to be a fan, a Daha or Watanga, where you want to support, you guys, you practice them, do that thing, they can make it better for our country. But anyway, I'm happy to support for Shara.
All right, thank you very much. And indeed, the money important, but our individual presence at these game venues are also very important. So we hope we can, see that as. Let me see if I can take this caller. Maybe that could be my last caller. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you, Joseph.
Okay, because we are looking at Arab because we get a female to call you narrative. Then almost 2 months now, our year is not open. That's yesterday was all the prayer was $50. On the daily prayer, answer what are the new open. So the other thing we are to say, or what are the new open because it's very bad. Because we spend a lot of money because after this, we can't agree.
Okay. That's the same concern with Pascal Davis, about when the league will start, and obviously, we would have. Yeah, we'll see if we can have another time to invite the president or maybe someone else from the LFA to talk about the league, the third division league. It's actually been a concern. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? Thank you for coming point this morning. I'm Calvin Yusuf calling from Johnson to
Let's hear you quickly.
You were talking about the LFA president to appear on his show, and according to you, he got emergency. When we talk, the other people say that we are discussing in politics matter, but it's not politics matter. Why would you ban other group of citizens about they won't take part in the football association because of the power procedure?
No, that has not been confirmed. It's speculation. So I thought you have come out with asking that.
When you are saying we get that medicine, then you are saying because of power procedure, other people will not take part in the association. Right?
So we will have a time where we can. Okay, it got off. We'll find a time where we can extend invitation to either the FP, the Secretary General, the FP President or the Secretary General, or any other, maybe competition committee chairperson or some, executive committee members who could come in the studio. We'll talk about that, but it's a concern. Speculation is speculation that because of the rural condition of the southeast. So. Final caller, good morning.
Yeah. Kolubah, good morning.
Welcome. Your name, where you call from?
Yeah, this is Ishmael Pabai. I call from Forest State.
All right, let's hear you quickly, Ishmael.
Yeah, so the caller raised a concern concerning support, and I think it's necessary because if the league is heavily supported financially, and then the teams are well prepared and players are being well paid, they're going to bring some sort of extraction to the national, to the local league. But if the clubs are struggling, and even sometimes go to support the team, but then the under 17, under 19 teams cannot go for international friendlies, they cannot compete in international competitions. The government will say no money every day, no money. We saw that most of our youth teams could not participate in leagues across Africa and even Europe. So these are very terrible things, and one thing I listen to somebody say when sports cannot develop on we are, president, we are there, it will be a problem for like sports to develop because this is a footballing president. To see sports performing like this is very disappointing.
So do you have a sport? Are you a fan of a sports club here in Liberia?
Come again?
Are you a fan of any football team or basketball team in Liberia?
Yeah, I support Matthew Barrow.
And how often do you see their games? He's gone. So yeah, the money matters, but if we as citizens, we don't go to even show face at these games, I mean, the money will be there. We will still have the issues we are having. Honestly, some of these players in Europe, some of the guys you see there, they are moved by people around them. They are they are moved, when they see, people cheering, people supporting them, not putting hands in the pocket, taking money and giving while they are playing on the field, but at least somebody, clapping the hands for them and telling them, oh, look, you can make it. There where we need to start from as Liberians. Those days, Muddy Barrow, I and the other teams that were here, the players were not playing for how much money they got. No. You ask some of the ex-international players or some of those older guys that play football, they were not playing for how much they're going to get. They were not playing for no money in the game. They were playing because they had a love. And what drove or pushed the love was the fans that went to these games, singing their names, calling their name, cheering them off. All right? So if we do that thing, when the money comes, things get greater for us. But honestly, some of the players, when they go on the field look so empty. They feel that, it's just their normal practice. The normal practice, you go normal practice, people are not there. So normal practice. But it shouldn't be normal practice. All right? We have a part to play. That's what I'm trying to say. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Martin calling from Summer Hills.
Let's hear you, Mr. Matthew.
Yeah, the reason the football is now mature into this country, all the club team based in Moravia. All the club teams are based in Moravia. The club teams will be in the various countries. Where at least all club teams live there and go play a tournament.
Not right now. We don't have all the clubs team based in Monrovia. We got a team based in Wologizi, in Vonchema. We got a team based. We got a couple of teams in Nimba, Mangibi.
The tournament go there.
Yeah,
the tournament.
Sano, Sano NPA. They play their games in Sano Greenville. People go there to go play. All right. So it was surprising that even people in Sano, they don't even go on the field to cheer the Sano NPA. All right. So that issue about all the teams based in Monrovia, there are teams outside, but even the teams based in Monrovia, how many of the people in Monrovia support them? How many of us, say, look, I'm a fan of this, and we try to go around and see how we can cheer them up. How? Yeah, one or two persons may be bringing in little dollars for the club and the players, but the fan support, those are going to football schools. They will tell them about, the 12th player. The 12th player is always important, and the 12th player, the fans are the 12th player in a match. But in Liberia, we don't have that. Even our national team, to even cheer our national team, when our national team play, when the score go, we cheer. That's all. But there are other countries, when their national teams is being beaten, you see the fans are still cheering them up. But in our country, it's the other way. We want. The team score go down, that's all. We are happy, that's all. But how do we really support them, cheer them up? We don't know that. We're not interested. All right, we know. In the 80s, at the SKD, people will be singing Muddy Barrow name while they are playing. Invincible 11 will be singing their names while they are playing. But do you think those guys were really making dollars? You really think they were paying them thousands of dollars? You really think they were paying them, filling their pockets with cash? No, but they were playing because they had a passion, and that passion was strengthened by the 12 men, the fans that always went around them. Those days, fans used to even go to the practice grounds of the teams, start to cheer them up from the practices. And so when they go for the games, it gets, more entertaining, and people, oh yeah, we enjoy, But today, no. The Muddy Barrow and the IE, we know. I bet when IE and Barrow play, you won't count 20,000, you 20,000. If I said too much, 10,000, 10,000, too much. 5,000, you won't. 5,000. What I'm going way there for? All right, yeah, let's say 5,000. Borrowing IE, maybe borrow 2,000 fan, IE 2,000 fan, the other 1,000 fan for the other people. Until the ATS got the name, I mean the ATS, the stadium there, the wings were shared into two. The IE side of the ATS, the Barrow side of the ATS. The same with the SKD, the Barrow side of the ATS, the IE side of the ATS. Today, when IE is playing at the ATS, you will see you cannot count good 1,005 person in the on the IE side of the ATS. Or if it's Barrow, you will not even find 1,005. I'm talking about the fans of, you will not see it. So what happens? Yes, the money is issue, but what about the 12, player? We need to, say, look, yes, while all these things are happening, we ourselves need to be, supporting them. The way some of you can spend money purchasing 4-5 sets of, replicas shirt for the Chelsea, the Man United, Arsenal, and the rest of them. How many of you have purchased replica shirts for your clubs here? If I say you don't have club in Liberia, you don't part of a club. But it's a charity begins at home. But you don't have that concern. Instead, you are a fan of AC Milan, Real Madrid. That's all. That's what you say. And in fact, you are a fan of Brazil. You're not a fan of Lone Star. You are a fan of Brazil. You are a fan of Argentina. You are a fan of Messi. You are a fan of Ronaldo. Wherever Messi goes, you are a fan of that team. Wherever Ronaldo goes, you are a fan of that team. You are not a fan even of a club. You are just a fan of an individual. Yeah, which is good. But are you applying that at home? Are you doing the same at home? Do you say no? Yes, we are bad today. But in Europe, the guys, they not just wake up today and they are playing classical football, playing where they are playing. If you read about football or sports history, it was funny. It was funky for many of these great people today. But their citizens had to stand with them. The citizens stood with them. The citizens supported them in the struggles, in the struggling time. They stood with them, worked with them, and today millions are going into sports. It just did not jump to go there. Something happened and people supported the process. But for us, we don't care. All we want to do is when we go on the field, we should see Lone Star score goal. That's all. And we jump. Oh, Lone Star score, we celebrate for a few seconds and we sit down. Lone Star score again, a few seconds, we sit down. But other countries, you will see the game is at 0-0. You see the fans supporting, cheering. They will be cheering until the game ends. You think they were paying no fans? They're paying no fans to do that. That's their own contribution. They say, no, this is our own contribution to, our team. The fans will not go and say, oh, you got to pay out for all the chair. No. They cheer on. Even when they are beating, they are still cheering on. Can we do that in our country? Clubs don't have fan base in Liberia. People are not willing. Even if you have a little brother playing for your club team, you would prefer going watch Manchester United playing forehand rather than going to the ATS. I mean, for me, it's very difficult for me to win these European games easily if there is domestic football ongoing, except for the late evening time. That's the time I can have really to look at a European football. But when it's 2 o'clock, you play a European game, I will be sitting at one of the game venues watching, looking at our football. All right. I do watch European games, but it got to be late in the evening time. So we need to tell ourselves, Liberians, hey, we have to go, there and say, look, let us. Okay. So quickly, let me just, as I take leave of you, just tell you what's happening on the international stage. So you see, we don't talk a lot about this European on our show. We love to talk more about our own, country. Fulham versus Manchester United 2:30. Brentford and West Ham, Burnley and Crystal Palace, Everton, Brighton, Man City and Bournemouth, Sheffield United, Wolves, Newcastle versus Arsenal. Those are the games for today in the English Premier League. Let me see if I can quickly find for you the I try to see quickly because we have to go. We're out of time. We are actually out of time. And so we will be going. And Monday we'll be here for more on the sports. I'm trying to find the try to switch the other league features, but I'm really not getting the network going right now. But so far so good. That's it for today. We'll be here on Monday. Sorry for not having the LFA president. We'll see if we can rearrange that conversation with the LFA president another time, maybe another day. But my name is Kolubah Zayzay, and I want to say, Tracy, referee Tracy, happy birthday. You are our sports listener of the day. Tracy celebrates her birthday today, member of the Liberia Football Referees Association. And next week, like we said, we hope we'll see what we can have next week here. Until I catch you on next week, our Liberia Long Star gearing up for November 17 and November 20 fixtures in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Have a blessed day. Bye bye from me. Goodbye.
The Liberian people, we choose success. Our Liberian people, we choose success.
Our Liberian people, we choose success. Our Liberian people, we choose success. Wherever you play, wherever you go, the Liberian people, we choose victory, victory, victory.
Victory, Ulster gave us victory. Ulster gave us victory.